welcome back, viewers. You're watching NewsX and I'm Kriti Mehta. We start now with news from back home, where the government on Friday has slashed excise duties for petrol and diesel by ₹10 per litre each, bringing them down to ₹3 per litre of petrol and 0 for a litre of diesel. The reduction comes amid a global energy crisis due to the US-Israel war on Iran and the consequent Tehran-imposed blockade on the Strait of Hormuz, through which a fifth of the world's crude oil and gas supply between 20 and 25 million barrels per day is shipped. Pre-war, India bought 12 to 15% of that oil. With that said, let's now take a look at the prices for petrol and diesel across the nation. We now move across to our plasma screens. The government has cut additional excise duty for petrol and diesel. So let's check the petrol prices. It was ₹13 before, and after it's at ₹3. As far as diesel is concerned, the excise duty was ₹10 before, and now it's been slashed altogether. It has been dropped completely. This is the change that has been affected. Let's now take a look at city-fied rates of fuel. In Delhi, diesel is now at 87.62 rupees and petrol at 94.72. So what we are looking at is a reduction of prices in petrol and diesel, which is contrary to all the other countries impacted by the war, particularly in Asia and Southeast Asia. In Mumbai, prices of petrol and diesel respectively 104.21 and diesel 92.15. In Hyderabad, 107.46 is petrol, diesel is 95. Kolkata, 103.94 petrol, diesel 90.76 rupees. Bengaluru 102.92 and diesel 89.02, and Chennai 100.75 and diesel at 92.34. So those are the changed rates after the government has slashed the excise duty on petrol and diesel. All right, we are now going to discuss this with Rajat Mishra, who's an economist, with me in the discussion here. Rajat, a very good morning to you and thanks very much for joining me here on NewsX this morning. This is really a applause-worthy effort by the government of India, mitigating the impact of the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz and of course the war. What's your first take?
Good morning, Kriti, and good morning to your viewers as well. Obviously, this is a very praiseworthy effort which has done by government at this juncture, because this is what we were talking about for last few days. That the prices, if they are going to rise, it is going to impact the entire industrial sector, MSME sector, as well as agriculture. And in this scenario, the prices of petrol and diesel are going to be crucial. In this scenario, if the prices are cut, especially excise duties are removed by 10%, 10 rupees, that is a huge number. Government, because of its earlier actions, when they didn't reduce these taxes, they had some leverage. So this is what they have done right now. It's a really good thing. But now there are two things which government needs to take care of at this juncture. The petrol prices which you were mentioning, I'm not sure whether they are changed prices or not, because they are still at the higher end, 107, 104, etc. So maybe oil market companies are going to reduce prices after this. But one thing government needs to ensure that all the 10 rupees slash should go to the consumer. That means the OMCs need to transfer all of these benefits to the consumer, then only the effect will be seen properly. Because if OMCs are going to absorb some of this to cut their losses, it is not going to have that big of an impact. First thing. Second, government and other agencies also need to make sure that they give a credible response to the people that this is not a very, very short-term measure. It is going to have some impact, because we have seen panic buying, right? Now, what can happen at this juncture? if people are seeing that the prices are low, they can again rush to the petrol pumps to fill their tanks at this moment, because they will feel maybe after 2 weeks, maybe after a month, the prices can again rise. So government needs to ensure that this is not a very short term measure. It is going to be there for a while. These two are the major things which government need to check now.
Okay.
Another important factor which we have seen from other countries like China, Japan, Korea, etc., especially China, because they are also exporter of petrochemical products, similar to India. India is a big exporter of petrochemical products, so they have reduced the exports, and they are utilizing all of this for their domestic consumption. Now, doing this will be very difficult for India because of higher prices at the global level. The kind of export revenues which we are getting and the companies are getting is big. Reducing that will be a challenging task for government of India as well as for the exporting companies. But this is some place where we can see something. Uh, Last thing which I would say would be in aviation sector. I think rupees 50 per liter, the duties have increased. So what government is doing is basically showcasing its priorities, that the petrol diesel prices, which are directly affecting the entire population, will be cut. But for aviation sector, the prices can be increased to at least balance this out.